going to get up some music. Loud. All right, we're back. Sweet. All right, let's have a look what our to-do list had. Thank God we made this thing. All right, 10 to 20 components, 10 spell cards, 10 creatures. What have I got? Main game docs. Not any of them. Well, it's in here somewhere. Engines and tools. That's not it. Game mechanics. Components. Okay, components should really be in its own thing. Let's move that above game mechanics. Let's put that there. Okay, dice. This does not have the list of dice. That's okay. Creature cards. Creature table, which is inside creature card. All good. All right, creature table. We've got our first 10. Yes, we've got 5 of each tier. That's a good start. They've all got their Omega cost. They've got all the different faces for the die itself. We've got... we've got all the die faces. We've got their Omega cost, Omega ability, the name of the Omega, which was actually really fun to make. The attack, defense, and HP stats for the creatures, the affinity, and the tier. Starting to think maybe this is too much information, but I think it's fine. The Omega cost is the one thing that's kind of killing me a little bit. I do like the idea of having that extra lever to balance out, but maybe eliminating that could have been really cool, where just all Omegas cost 2. If they're a passive and they say passive, they cost 0. You know, like that would have been really interesting. But it leaves you less freedom to make some really bonkers and silly ones. But that being said, you can make the God cards have a special rule where their Omega costs 5 or something. I don't know. I do need to start considering this whole gold thing. Do I have it written how much a spell card actually costs to play? To buy? No. Let's say it costs 2 gold. I'll have to balance the dice around that, but the balancing isn't really important at this point. But let's get on to the spell cards. Let's make 10 of them. So, a terrain, I need to refresh my own memory on what all this means. Good thing I'm writing it down. So, a terrain card has a wide-reaching field effect that stay in play until they're either removed or an anti-spell by an anti-spell card, or replaced by a different terrain effect played by either player. Very few of these exist. Okay, I'll make just one of them for now. Board manipulation cards create large or small terrain obstacles onto the playing field. Anything ranging from large boulders blocking a 3x3 grid, all the way to an L or U-shaped bracket, intended to barricade a specific creature. These terrain effects cannot be destroyed easily and may need a niche Omega ability or spell card. Interesting. So I should add in an Omega that destroys stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. Dice rerolls. These cards can only be used before the dice have been rolled on a given player's turn. I just realized that board manipulation could break the game if you block in your character. I'll have to keep that in mind. Dice rerolls. They can only use before the dice have been rolled on a given player's turn. They can affect things like allowing an additional roll or guaranteeing a die lands on a specific face. These cards are creature buffs. They're intended to buff either the stats of a creature, its Omega abilities, power output on the same turn, or the speed at which it moves on the board. Okay. Crowd control. I'll make most of them probably creature buffs and some crowd control. Do a wide range of different things to affect gameplay. They may stun an opposing creature, prevent the use of defense, caress, or even teleport creatures of either player somewhere else on the playing field. Even temporarily change the affinity of a creature. I feel like these are going to be quite powerful. Let's make them cost 5 for now. So if we go to rule set draft, I've got 2 like rule set things. Game rule. I don't really need that. I should really be putting all of these in rule set drafts, but I'm going to leave this for now. Is there a way to like color code it? Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. Pretty sure this is the exact same. Let me just double check. If I paste this, it should be... It should be the exact same. At least, hopefully it is. But let's go into the V1. And let's make spell phase. Oh. Can be... When would a spell be bought? Alright, during the draw phase, let's say they can buy a spell. Or they can buy a spell, okay, at both phases. I'll just put it in restrictions, screw it. As long as they don't see the limit. I do kind of want to force players to play spells, but I'm not sure 2 spells... Oh, they can buy 2 spells, but they can hold as many as they want in their hand. Imagine if you had a spell that said you're allowed to buy another spell. I'm going to do that. Screw it. Okay. That's not one of these selections. Augmenting spells is silly. I'm not going to have that. Okay. So back to what we were doing. So crowd control. Yep, that one's obvious. Creature damage. Oh, sweet. I'll have to add in them. Anti-spells, obviously. Given the difficulty of summoning the god creatures, there will be 1 legendary card in the deck that guarantees their summon. I'm not going to make that card yet because I don't have any god creatures yet. But terrain spell. What I feel is the weakest affinity. I tried to make them as balanced as I could. Alright. Benefits from even playing field can be the name of this spell. Benefits from affinity advantages are negated for the first attack each turn. Yeah, I like it. I don't need a third column. They've got a thing. They've got a... Do they cost... Do you have a crest for spells? Do you have a crest for omegas? Do you need a cost for spells? No, I don't like that. I like the Catan system. Okay. Board manipulation. Place a... Older. Place a 1 hex... A 1 tile folder cannot be moved past unless stated otherwise. Okay, dice rerolls. Try again. You may choose to re-roll your dice. Roll one of your dice. And choose to re-roll one of your dice up. That's it. I don't think it needs to be more complicated than that. We need to do this long-winded explanation. I think keeping them simple is fine. Creature buffs. I can't even remember how game combat works. I've tried to do this every week, but life has been crazy. Okay, let me go back to the rules. I'm sure it's got creature combat in here. They can also activate as many spell cards they like during this phase. Combat resolution. When combat attacks, the opponent is given the chance to defend themselves if they have the relevant crest. If a creature has a type advantage, has 150% attack power before the attack calculation. If defending, the formula is as follows. Damage equals attack minus defense. If not defending, the formula is the following. Damage equals attack. Very, very simple. And what are my typical attack and defense stats? They're like 20s and 30s and stuff. Okay. What am I calling the base right now? As a base that has 3 hit points. That's so dumb. Should I make it a castle? Fuck it, I'm making it a castle. I don't like it. And I don't want it to be a person or anything. I don't want it to be a ranger, let's say. Make it a little castle. Okay. Place a 1-tile boulder anywhere except adjacent to the castle. Cannot be moved through. Any creature. Till you end your turn, it has attack power. It's 1.5 times attack power. I don't want people doing crazy maths, but eventually this will be a video game, so it won't really matter. Okay. Crowd control. Stun. Select any creature. It is stunned until the start of your next turn and cannot move, attack, or defend. This one's pretty OP. Maybe these things should have costs. It's so hard to balance them without giving them costs. I'm like really now realizing that. I think they need a cost. Type, number, bar, like a blue, divided by 10. Okay, blue is correct, I believe, for Omega. No. It's green. No, defense is already green. I need to change this color. Make it purple. Yep, perfect. All right. It is purple. This Notion stuff is so cool. All right. It is purple now. Max cost 10. Let's add that into the rules. As long as they have enough mega crests to do so. They probably have a thing that talks about the crest. Is it in the dice section? There we go. Also used to activate spells. It's just battle phase they can use it, isn't it? They can pick up whenever they want, but they can only cast during the battle phase. The current player activate spell cards, but the opponent can only activate them in response to the current player's use. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine, because I'll specify it on the card. I think it will be fine. Okay. Let's get back to the spell cards. Music's actually a little bit loud. Okay. Cannot move, attack, or defend. Or activate defense crests. Okay. Creature damage. Smite. We always need a smite. 20 damage to target creature. I've always liked it when games allow you to target either or. Like you can target either one of your creatures or one of their creatures for any effect. I don't like it when they say you have to target a friendly creature. I like the idea of making sure you always design it around targeting anything, and so I'm going to go in with that. Anti-spells. Negate. After an opponent activates a spell card, you can also activate this card to negate its effect. Legendary. I don't need any of them yet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fine. Okay. Let's do another creature buff. Major buff. Nope. Creature buffs. Select any creature until target creature gains 1 extra movement per movement crest used until you end your turn. Agility, maybe? I like the idea of a card type. That, Rest displacement. I think that worked. These cards can be used to either gain crests or remove, change their use and effect, or remove them from your opponent. I like that. I like that. Okay. Need to add another type. Gain 2 defense crests. Oh. Fall back. Gain 2 defense crests. Cost 1. Dice rerolls. No, I want to make another crowd control. Flank or something, and then I can make it like target creature acquires 2 defense crests to defend until the end of your turn. Yeah, that'll be kind of expensive because that's that'll be a 2 because that's decently powerful. Boulder is decently powerful, so that'll be a 2. 2 will be kind of like my baseline, let's say. Even playing field will need to be pretty high. The first attack each turn. Yeah, because it affects the entire board, so it's pretty powerful to instate. And so the terrain effects will be very, very expensive. It could throw out the balance, but we're not worrying about that just yet. Minor reroll. You can choose to reroll one of your dice. That's pretty powerful. I'm actually going to make that a 3. Minor buff. Select any creature until you end your turn. It has 1.5 times attack power. That's very powerful. I'm going to make that a 3 as well. Maybe then make that a 4. Stun. Select any creature stun at the end of your turn. You can move, attack, or activate defense crest. Very, very powerful. I'll also make that a 4. You know what? In comparison, this is probably more like a 3. I think that's fine. Smite, deal 20 damage to any target creature. I could make that a 1 or a 2. I think I'm going to go with 2 though. I think that's probably quite good. Flank target creature requires 2 defense. That's good. Agility target creature. I think that's a 1. I don't think that's too bad. I kind of want. I feel like air is probably the weakest synergy I have, so benefiting them even further. I want to be a relatively low cost overall. So I've got 10 spell cards now. And cross that off the to-do list. Here we go. Design basic components in Figma. Spell cards, 1 die, and creature cards. Let's get started. You know what? I'm going to make this logo thing first. It's temporary logo. Let's do it with AI. ChatGPT, here we come. Great for most tasks. Okay. I need you to generate a new logo for my upcoming game. Currently named Project DICEY. The game is harkens back to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dungeon Dice Monsters arc and Game Boy game and board game released released in the early 2000s. However, in my case, it's a deck builder game. You gain dice over time, position them and build up the board until eventually try to destroy your opponent's life points. I do not have a name for the game yet, but definitely want to maintain some level of fantasy, creatures, and medieval themes other than full sci-fi. The logo needs to present a die or several and have a big focus on the dice and opening up and creatures fighting a battle. This will be a temporary logo. Generate me 5 images. Alright, let's see how we go. If anyone is actually watching, you're welcome to have your input on what you think would be good. Kind of like it. It's way too complicated. Just get a few different things. I don't like this one. Ooh, I don't mind that one. Maybe integrate just 2 elements. A dragon and a dice. And a die. Hey, I don't mind that. Oh, these were the ones. Okay. Crap. I hate it when it does that. Press P in the alphabet. All right, I really like the red one. I think there's got to be a red theme happening here. So we're going to stick with that. Or like a light blue. I don't know yet. We're going to stick with red for now. I'm going to cut that out, give it a nicer background, and we'll go from there. I don't have my symbols for the dice yet. I'm going to be doing them soon. Hopefully today is the plan to do a lot of them. Or like some initial versions of them. And with that, I can actually add it to this dice. So I will prep this for that. Now the focus will be to clean this up a bit. I don't mind this background thing. I actually kind of want to like generative AI it. And see what happens. Yeah. Gonna fill that bad boy. I'm not really liking how this is looking in terms of the background, so I think I will actually mask it out and then adjust. Might as well do it properly. Oh no, I got so much blue that I think it'll be okay. Ugh. Did not do a good job. Hold on. No, it's not loving it. Okay, let me do it a little bit manually then. If anyone's wondering, this is like what I do for like some days. This will be like half my day at my day job. But you just can't compare the difference between like manually cutting something out and using something like the magic wand tool. It's next level. Illustrator's better for logos and things, but this wasn't like, it was generated as a raster image. That doesn't really help me. Although Illustrator does have generative AI. I'm kind of attached to this logo now, though. Maybe next time. I have no idea how long this stream is going to go for. I just want to make sure I feel like I've got something done, you know? Feeling pretty good at the components, but I just need to get some art done for them, you know? When I say I'm designing my own game, I don't want people to go to like, oh, can I see it? And I'm like, no, it's just a Notion document. It's not a game, you know? The logo is step 1. Basic artwork is step 2. Obviously, I'm just going to AI generate everything. I did name them after the living creatures. That will make life easier. I would be working on this more actively throughout the day and stuff, but I had this really stupid idea to stream the entire process, that I had a record of it. It's just making this whole process harder than it needs to be. I don't know. But it's probably just me making excuses, to be honest. It'll take me a little while, but it's relatively soothing. I'm not making it perfect. It'll be fine. I'm gonna add a feather if I need to. 0.5 pixels maybe. Yeah, I'll probably do that. There's so many spikes. Watch a lot of those videos of designers that build a game in like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and it really inspires me. I saw one today, some guy making a game called Hexagod. It's in early development, like it doesn't have like insane features, but it looks really cool. I'm like, that's the sort of game I would love to make. I feel like I'm gonna go down this tactics route. Every game I make is gonna be a tactics game. That's okay, I can be a tactics game designer. Understand the systems, have all these modular parts that I can add and change all my different games with Unreal. Yeah, it could be fun. I feel like the true beauty of coding in general is everyone just starts sharing code at some point. And now anything you need to build, you just copy from someone else. But in like a good way, you adjust it, change it if you have to, but you have to have like a really good understanding of code to be able to do that. And then you can build things so fast. So much faster at this. It's rare I have to go this in depth for thumbnails, by the way, but every now and then, you'd be surprised. Some of my best thumbnails. When you're like, the video is gonna be good, let's not skimp out on the effort. You know what I mean? I'd like to do this devlog stream every week. Every Friday, probably. This week was a really good one. My schedule's all messed up. Not in a bad way. I got a lot done. Jason's his most productive he's ever been, to be honest. What many people don't realize is you can actually do a vector mask in Photoshop. No one ever uses it. Pretty cool. I'm not going to use it myself, but shit. Fucked it up. Hold on. I do need to join that, but I need to go all around the world first. Do it. Screw it. Alright, going all around the world. I'll do it in clumps. That's the other reason you don't use vector masks. Using multiple of them sucks, so you might as well just do a proper mask. This internal cap at it. Can play some Alluvium later if anyone wants to jump on. Or off the grid. Either way. Dragon is so complex. What the hell? ChatGPT 2OP. Time is at 12. Not hungry though. I'm like, should I eat? Not hungry. Can't really join that off. It'll cut out this wing. I've completely lost control of this path. I have no idea what I'm doing now. This is crazy. Alright. Let's keep it simple then. Path is fucked. I've never done a path this fucked before. My god. Alright. That should be removable. Nope. No. Hit the wrong button. Because at work I use a Mac, so I'm used to that. hate what it looks like with the mask. I keep the mask for now, but we're scrapping that idea. Alright, easy. Okay. That's fine. Problem with AI generated stuff is it's not very clean. Anyone know what the hotkey for lasso tool is? That one was a pain. Okay, right, disc. Add a quick sharpen. Don't hate it. How much? What did that do? A little bit nicer, a little bit too high on the radius. I could bump up the sharpen amount. Much nicer. More of a pinky, but I want it more of a red. That's fine. That's not gonna work. I'll do a color layer. Ooh, I like that. And that's where we can use the mask again. There we go. The die a little sharp. I'm going to replace them anyway, so it's all good. But this is just a temporary logo, so it doesn't really matter too much. Normally I love making things oversaturated, but this is pretty over the top. Not bad. Edits. Not edits. Edits. Not edits. Edits. I like it. Okay. PNG. Great, let's move on to the other stuff. Okay, create temporary logo AI. Love it. Basic components. Let's get started. If I get this done today, I'll be happy. Let's start off with a creature card. This entire thing should be a component? Nah, it's fine. Okay, I'll figure that out later. That's not super urgent. Let's get through the creature table. Does the dice matter? I kind of like the idea of having the dice net on the creature card. I'll figure that out soon. Let's focus on the card itself first. This is why we made that first. Okay. Going to Google. Standard dimensions of, let's say, Yu-Gi-Oh card. I always feel like they nailed it. 59 by 86 mil. Let's make it 590 by 860 pixels. Ooh, it's shorter than I expected. That's okay. Fill. Let's make it a nice gray. We may change it later. This is going to have rounded corners, so it will be good to keep that in mind. I wonder if this has dimension that. Oh, they barely have rounded corners for Yu-Gi-Oh! That's fine. I'll leave small rounded corners. There's our creature card. Name is for web. Let's stick with Inter. How big would that actually look? Looks fine. Matrix regular. I don't know. We're going to stick with Inter for now. I can change it later if I need to. Okay, auto layout this. What the hell? 590, 860. Better. Creature name, obviously. Get all the aspects on there, and then we can adjust. Don't want it to be too big. I should drag in some Yu-Gi-Oh cards for inspiration. Realize my Figma. Cut off. Good, JB, good. How's it going, Dudina? Just working on my game. I'm getting started on some simple card designs so that I can get into prototyping for long. What other card games are there? Oh, Magic the Gathering. Don't answer that. Okay. Pokemon is the one with the really crazy curve. Duel Master's a little bit, Magic a little bit. I think a little bit's fine. Can't forget Magic, absolutely, mate. Alright. They tend to opt for titles to the left because they've got data on the right. If they don't and they put titles in the middle, this one has the cost on the left. I don't really like it on the left, but I definitely think the cost has to be at the top somewhere, right? You know what? I'm going to drag in an Alluvium card too. I feel like Alluvium's cards are actually pretty cool. Now, tier exists, but I'm not convinced it's super relevant. Tier's only relevant when you're actually summoning. It's not so relevant when you are... It's not so relevant when you've actually got the creature in play, which is what this card is supposed to represent. That being said, affinity is overall quite important for the creatures. Do you make all the cards color-coded? I don't know if that looks good. That might look really weird. The dice will be color-coded. Cards don't necessarily have to be. It's an interesting conundrum, to be honest. Why is it not in frame? Huh? Oh, it's because the name's really wide. Hold on. There we go. Make this auto. So you put the name and the, let's say, affinity icon on the top right, maybe. Oh, the stars from Yu-Gi-Oh! Forgot about that. It's okay. We don't need to worry about that too much. We do need like attack and defense. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Version kind of sucks. Pokemon version has basically its main stat in the top right and attacks listed. The attack defense system of Magic's pretty solid. Bulbasaur has it in there. Definitely going in the corners in some way. You could put stats here, but before that you need an image of some kind. Let's go grab an image of Atlas. It. I've got the image somewhere. Let me go grab it from a secret file I have. I think Atlas is one of my creatures. Archie is my first one. I have Atlas there. I'll do the Atlas. Okay. Oh no, I don't have the image there. It's so funny. If I can get it. You guys might not know this, but all the images are on chain. Wait, animation URL? What does this mean? Hold on, quick sidetrack. What the fuck is an M3U8 file? What is this file? Crap, all my shit's messed up. We got there. But I need to quickly Google, what is an M3U8 file? Encoded playlist file. Oh, okay. So there's no way for me to get a video from that. Alright, cool. Let's make an image container. go. The min and max heights, pretty cool. This is the image, and I would just make sure that they are auto layouted. I think you can do that, and they're centered. That didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because image container needs to be absolute. This one. There we go. And then they should be centered. No? What? I want to center it. I kind of like the full art route, so I will probably mess with that later. Alright, that's the attack defense. So you've got the name, you've got the affinity in the top right. You don't necessarily need their tier, but we could maybe add it in here. Yes, I'll make them the hexes because the hexes are what's going to be on the summon crest. Really like that. You can do like 3 hexes as tier 3. Okay. Add that in. Add that in. Why is that? Did that actually be a group? Why would that feel so hard? Oh, because that's auto layout. Right. I'll have to do a layout inside a layout. I kind of like the idea of that filling the space. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I make this tier. It's going to be off to the right. 10. You're off to the right. And this icon will be a lot smaller too. Make it 40. And I know this is a tier 1 creature, but I'll make that a 2 just so it's clear. Attack, defense, HP. No. No, no, no. HP needs to be in the top right. I know that's very Pokemon, but it just does. It does. Plus kind of here. Alright, I'm gonna go grab my snack. I'll be back in a sec. No, you can have the affinity there still. It's just you do 2 icons. You do HP on the left, name in the middle, and then affinity on the right. And I actually want to do this HP thing a little bit differently. Maybe you can have a dummy HP there, where it's invisible, to keep things aligned correctly. And do HP like that. And then we need Oh, you run out of space damn quick on this thing. Okay. We have the Omega box. Make it 50s for now. How do I edit my styles? Why is it so painful? Why can't I edit it? I don't want it to be there. I'll move it later. Found it. Because they changed a bunch of the UI recently. All fixed. Okay. I get this all done within the next hour, I'll be happy. What's good at Luvaloo? Just working on my game. Okay, so now it has the HP in the top left, the affinity in the top right, the tier signifier just below that. You got the Omega description, the Omega title we need. Let's add that in. Yep. Okay. Alright. Make the gap between them larger. Make this smaller. This 2010. Make this 15 maybe. Too large. This is too large as well. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Got the Omega. Attack, defense, HP. Omega name, Omega description, I need an Omega cost. Since all the Omega stuff is in this spot, I think it makes sense to add the Omega cost in with it. So let's do that now. All right, let me think. Could absolute it. I don't know how it would align it, though. Let me think. It's the only thing I can think of. The absolute it. No. This is what you do. Hold on. Undo that. Group this together. You turn that into a title block instead. Make that go across auto. And you center it. And that's how you do it. And then what you do is you add a dummy one. Make the title block fill. You give this padding on the left and right. Probably needs more than that, doesn't it? Yep. Change the padding here. And move that to 2020. You hide the dummy one. Is that the general opacity? That's surely not. Ah, fuck it. Oh no, there it is. I knew I was doing the wrong thing. Oh, I can just get rid of the fill. You don't even need to drop the opacity. Yeah, for this one too. There we go. And now you have the Omega title. It's always lined up with your cost. The description is below that. And there's your Omega block. I can even make this a little bit taller. Hard to say how much I would actually need until I get started filling them in. But the beauty of this is I can always change it later. Okay. All right. Let's make that into a component. Wait, before I make that into a component. Make a spell card. Quickly go back to this. Spell cards, 1 die, creature card. Oh, that's right. The creature, the net of the card. Have the dice in your hand so you can kind of already see it, maybe? Maybe it's not necessary. I could add it in the corner here, like with the thing, but I'm starting to think that this image should be a full thing image. Hard to say. Let's stick with this for now. Okay. So the top left on this one is HP. The top left of this one, we can actually use the same style and we can make it a mega cost. I like that. Terrain type we don't need. Name we obviously have. We need an image, of course. They don't really have tiers. And then we have card text, which doesn't need a title. For consistency, we really should be putting the cost there, but I don't think that makes sense. We have the Omega description, which starts at the top, which is fine. And then we don't really need the 3 things at the bottom, do we? We just need the description. These descriptions are typically a little bit longer, so maybe they can be a bit taller. Nah, it's making it consistent. Whoops. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get some icons in here. This at the top left here is going to be a hex. Let's turn this into a component. It won't let me turn it into a component. I don't know why. Maybe because it's inside a component. I'm not sure. Component. Okay. This will now be a hex. I don't really know how to do that, but do a polygon. Change the number of sides it has. Do a hex. Oh, but dice isn't really about hexes. I could do octagon because a die has 6 faces. I'll make a circle. Fuck it. Whoops. Okay, semi-transparent now. These are going to be hexes because I'm putting the hex on the die. Okay, okay. All good, all good. Alrighty. Alright, that's tiers. I'll do image last. I feel like I want this gray to be the semi-transparent one. I don't need the text to be components, I don't think. I think that's fine. Title block's good, the description's good, the omega's good. The omega cost is its own component. Stats, I also need the name block. Okay, now it's all components except image in there. HP is a component as well. So that all works properly. You know what? You know what? There we go. We don't even need that. Yeah. Not even a component anymore. That is just a thing I have on the card. I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. Alright, I need 2 stats now, don't I? I just need attack and defense. Okay, now it's just the image. Remember, these cards don't have to be perfect. I can always edit them at any time. I think that's way cleaner. Gets the message across and the card looks really pretty. think that's the way to go. I think the semi mid-gray. Needs to match the affinity, I think. Maybe it doesn't. Alright, let's go to Omega Cost and let's start figuring that out. So, Omega Cost, let's make the... Got an orb inside it, but it doesn't need that. Let's make the fill white. Max the corner radius. Add a stroke, a different color. Let's make it like a gold color. Remembering that our gold metric is how you're gonna... No, you need the Omega crest to cast it. Like a blue. I have a feeling the Omega stuff is blue at the moment, isn't it? I mean purple, sorry. Yes, it's purple. Let's do that. Why is it not centered? What the hell? Oh, here we go. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll leave it like that for now. We're getting there. I don't know how I feel about this style that's forming. But it's happening now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. So weird. It's so weird. Alright. We can salvage this. Getting kind of trippy, but bear with me. I'm not going to double on this. Nope, too trippy. This one looked the best by far. Much nicer. I like it. It actually looks pretty cool. Maybe it's worth trying the same thing for this. Oh, I can't really. Oh, I can add a second stroke. That's what I should have done here. That's fine. You can't like full customize it. That's really annoying. Alright, we'll leave that one for now. I'll do the fancy thing for the hex. What do we still got? We got stats. These are a pretty big one, so I might as well get to them now. Attack and defense. Why is it offset? There we go. So cool how everything dynamically updates when you set it up properly. Like if I change this attack component to like 500 in size, it will shift everything up naturally, move everything around. Cool, cool. Okay. What are we going to do about this? I don't like them being so far apart. I guess that's why they made them bigger just then. I could put them above the description. I like that idea. And then I still don't like them far apart. I push them to the right. Make them a little bit smaller. And I want to use actual icons for this. Let's see if there's a library that has some icons for me. Not what I'm after. can't remember how to find all the plugins. Is it down here now? New plugin. Oh, I don't want to make a plugin. Oh. Oh. There it is. Okay. Medieval icon. Alright, we're gonna have to do this manually. Screw it. I'll make it the same icon as the crest. Yes. So this means that I would be going new and starting off the crest thing. I don't really want to do them today, so I'm going to have to cover this later. But maybe I can do attack just so I keep myself remembering. Rid of that. I'll need quite a specific style, something that works when you try to embed it into a, like dice and stuff, so you don't get too many triangles. I think one sword is enough. I don't think I want to go the double swords pattern. Not it. Maybe I'm just like imposter syndrome because Dungeon Dice Monsters had something similar to that. But I want these things to be like obnoxiously recognizable. Like you see it and you know exactly what it's going to mean in the game. You just know. Open a whole new file. So annoying, whatever. Alright. Yes, okay. Haha, they full SVG'd it. So the stroke is consistent. It's really funny. They should have outlined it. Fine. I think this is the style I'm looking for. Put it over here. Perfect. I got my center line. I also want all these to be symmetrical. I'm kind of nuts like that, but that's okay. What the hell? This damn thing is vector. What the hell? It's not straight. Holy shit. It's straight. Why we can't have nice things? I keep hitting the wrong hotkey because I'm used to max. Ugh. Too thick. That's a lot better. Beautiful. Might not be the end product, but I actually quite like it, to be honest. I don't want to make the game too colorful, but I suspect color will get more involved later down the track. I don't know what to do with this icon. How much color do I really want on this thing? Okay, so I think this is a subtle red. The full red, but with less on spectrum, already exists. It's right there. I think everything else becomes, I want to say, I dare say a white. I don't think it actually is. I think it's a dark gray. The stroke is too thick. I'll have to fix that another day. It needs to be a light gray. A light gray. Yeah, it's much better. Okay. Sword icon is kind of okay. The color scheme for it's all wrong. But I like this general style for the attack stat. It might be a bit small overall. Don't know. I could up the entire attack stat. I think that's a lot better. Like in my, if I save this, my thing, attack is blue, defense is green, HP is red. Really, that doesn't make any sense. Attack should be red. Why did I change the color? Attack should be red. Defense should be blue. HP should be green. It's a no-brainer. Omega's purple. That's the 4 colors of the apocalypse. Gonna make this like a I mean, the card's getting way too colorful at this point, but we can sort that out next week. just before I log off, I'm going to do one more thing. All right. So that's the stream for today. I hope you learned something. Hope you had fun watching me work on my game. I got some other things I want to work on now. I'll probably play some Illusion as well. So have a good one, guys.